Registered Phenomena Code 544 Object Class Omega White Containment Protocols. Presently, the authority has been unable to contain any documented RPC 544 instances. Due to their multifaceted anomalous abilities, which are primarily antimimetic and non-Newtonian in nature, further containment attempts have been deemed impractical or entirely impossible. This has led researchers to classify RPC 544 as a self-censoring high-level 1 anomalous species or collective. MST Victor 01 Tunnel Vision has been tasked with analyzing and documenting entities in an effort to gain additional insight into their possible origins, intentions, or the nature of their existence. These operatives are to be issued up to 530 mcg/kgl prosectide 2 intramuscular injection vials while in the field. Prosectide has proven 93.4% successful in allowing field agents to identify instances in greater detail. Despite the entity's perceived affable nature, all personnel are advised to avoid contact with RPC 544 instances when under the influence of a viduric drug. See Addendum 54416-03 Description. RPC 544 is an unverified number of humanoid entities of unknown origin and composition. These entities exhibit various antimimetic properties which render them completely undetectable to all baseline senses. They are fully incorporeal beings and are believed to be incapable of interacting with virtually all forms of physical matter. It has been theorized, based on prolonged observation, that the entities are not cognizant of most non-living matter and are unable to perceive most solid objects. As such, researchers originally misidentified RPC 544 as a paranoid hallucination associated with prolonged vidurix use. Instances have been observed as both male and female, approximate 160 to 190 centimeters in height, and with hair of various colors and styles. These factors, along with attire and perceived age 3, are used to catalog and document distinct instances. To date, the authority has recorded approximate 150,000 unique instances of RPC 544. However, due to the limited sample size gathered by MST Victor 01, researchers have extrapolated that there could be up to several million respective instances worldwide. Despite their varied physical descriptions, each instance of RPC 544 displays a similar form of semi-formal dress. Male instances mainly adorn themselves in black three-piece suits but have been noted infrequently in mess dress uniforms and Stresemann suits. 4 Female entities exclusively wear black evening gowns and cocktail dresses with simplistic designs. Though these feminine entities have been seen on rare occasions to have small accessories on their persons, such as a small handbag or a ring on their digitus medicinalis. 5 All known RPC 544 entities don a form-fitted, strapless, and featureless white mask. Alongside RPC 544's shared anomalous abilities, each instance exhibits a series of similar behavioral patterns. Entities have predominantly been reported within proximity to humans or other large animals. These entities gather approximate 60 to 100 centimeters behind an individual and silently observe their chosen subject for an indeterminate amount of time. 6 During this span, instances will begin to mutely applaud their respective subject upon the completion of any task, however inconsequential they may be. A single subject may be followed by several RPC 544 instances at any given time. Researchers do not currently understand what attracts RPC 544 instances to their observation targets, or the manner in which they observe their subject through their austere masks. Addendum 54414-02 Personnel report. Due to the adverse effects associated with vidurix use, analysts assigned to RPC 544 are required to rotate tasks following 2 consecutive days in the field. Immediately following a shift rotation, an interview is conducted between on-site personnel and the returning field agents. During these interviews, agents relay first-hand observations to researchers from sectors A3 and containment specialist members of ProLab. 7 Plus Addendum 54414-98, debrief interview. Following the testimonials of Victor 01 field agents and the investigations performed by on-site personnel, researchers have begun to theorize that there may be a direct correlation between physical and emotional well-being and RPC 544. Any persons found to be exceptionally more Successful 9 than their peers have been observed with a significantly higher number of instances in their presence. 10 The inverse has also been noticed when recording CSD personnel, individuals with severe depression, or vagrants. RPC 544 instances rarely interact with persons affected by hardships or mental illness. While researchers have begun to correlate their findings, they do not currently understand the nature of these behaviors. Consequently, due to the authorities' inability to interact with RPC 544 outside of observation, most current theories are based on conjecture and speculation. The most common rationale held by research staff is that RPC 544 instances passively exhibit a psychokinetic 11 effect on their subjects. A psychokinetic auxiliary property classification is currently pending approval by Director. Caution, caution, caution. The continuation of this document has been restricted to Level 3R personnel and above by the order of Senior Researcher Dr. Reaper. Personnel caught without the proper authorization may be subjected to disciplinary action. You've been warned. Addendum 54416-03, Incident Report on August 20. Authority personnel received a distress signal from Agent Dickard while he was presently tasked with field duty pertaining to RPC 544. Victor 01 agents within proximity to Dickard's position were able to swiftly detain him and escort him back to site. Agents noted that Dickard was uncharacteristically silent and visibly disquieted. Furthermore, operatives currently under the effect of elprosectide during the incident had not recorded a single instance of RPC 544 30 minutes prior to the incident and for several hours thereafter. Immediately following Victor 01's arrival, Dr. Reaper and several other members of the research staff begun conducting debrief interviews on the available agents. Plus Addendum 54416-74, Incident Debrief Closing Notes from Dr. Reaper, as a result of the rapid injection of elprosectide, Agent Dickard's testimony following Incident 544-01 has been heavily scrutinized. The subject has suffered from continued paranoid delusions post-interview. However, the testimonies given by the additional Victor 01 analyst that night on the apparent lack of RPC 544 instances following the event have afforded the story some credence. I would like to remind the rest of the research staff that correlation does not imply causation. We cannot simply assume that RPC 544 has psychokinetic or empathetic effects based solely on circumstantial evidence. We cannot test what we can barely even begin to perceive. We are no closer to understanding RPC 544 effects as we are to proving they even exist. Footnotes 1. A high-level anomaly is an object or entity that requires an observer to have a form of blockage to their baseline anopticin to perceive. 2. Elprosectide is a vitaric drug that allows a subject to partially perceive high-level anomalies for up to 5 hours. Its side effects include headache, nausea, PTSD, and an acute increase in the likelihood of Parkinson's, dementia, and depression. 3. While some entities appear older, with gray hair and excessive wrinkling on the skin, authority personnel have been unable to ascertain if RPC 544 instances age. 4. A three-piece suit is a form of formal wear in which the jacket, vest, and pants are made from the same fabric. Stresemann suits are strikingly similar in appearance but differ from a three-piece suit by the length of the single or double-breasted jacket. 5. The digitus medicinalis is more commonly referred to as the ring finger. Female RPC 544 instances have been observed with rings on either their left or right ring fingers. 6. Per the request of the research staff, Victor 01 analysts have attempted to track RPC 544 instances when not currently observing a subject. Due to the incorporeal nature of their being, assigned staff have been unable to trace a single instance once contact has been lost. 7. The departments of antimimetics, viderics, anomaly experimentation, biology, and psychology are the primary research sectors associated with RPC 544. 8. Slang term used by field agents when generalizing RPC 544 instances. 9. While success is a subjective metric, RPC 544 instances show increased favoritism to persons with prestigious status or immense wealth. 10. Currently, the highest number of recorded entities observing an individual is 16. High-ranking personnel within the authority are most commonly observed with between 6 and 12 instances. 11. Psychokinesis is the ability to control and affect stochastic fields and energy. This concept is more easily expressed as the ability to control probability.